People settled along river valleys so they could farm. These early civilizations also have a profound effect on today's society, technology, and even our religions. This is...
At around 3,500 BC, the most developed farming communities became city-states which were very powerful. These came together to form the first Middle Eastern civilization, Sumeria. Even though the states were part of a common civilization, they often warred against each other. Each state had their own rulers, armies, and even gods. Sumerians believed that gods were omnipotent and punished mortals with natural disasters such as floods and diseases. These punishments made priests very important. Only they knew the prayers to keep away the disasters. The gigantic temples with multiple tiers were called ziggurats. Temple schools turned men into scribes, who kept written temple records. Sumerians formed written language recorded on cuneiform. Sumerians made cuneiform by cutting symbols into clay tablets using dry reeds called styluses and then letting them harden to last. This language started out as pictographs, but phonetic symbols were eventually added so that words could be formed to describe ideas in addition to physical things. This language allowed people to record inventions and further research. The use of cuneiform allowed historians to accurately trace inventions back to the Sumerians. They were the first people ever recorded to have used wheels. They also created the sail, which made boats much more efficient. Agriculturally, they invented the plow. They also were the people who developed the 60-second minute, 60-minute hour, and 360-degree circle. War has spread culture throughout history due to the invaders adding their culture to the original culture of the area. This also happened in reverse as invaders brought back cultural aspects from the conquered peoples. This helped spread ideas and inventions to new areas. At 1700 BC, a new era of leaders were forming. The Babylonians ruled under King Hammurabi had conquered the Fertile Crescent. In order to create justice among his empire, he created a new standard of law. Hammurabi's code contained laws which regulated economic, social, and moral affairs. This basic code of law became a model for future generations of laws. This code introduced the idea of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. This means that the guilty party would receive a punishment based off of what they did. The Phoenicians spread Middle Eastern culture to a wide area through trade. They developed the alphabet that gave rise to Greek, Roman, Hebrew, Persian, Arab, and all Western languages. The Persian Empire controlled vast lands in the Middle East by 500 BC. At the time, it was impossible for the central ruler to control all aspects of governing. Emperor Darius I split his empire into 20 diverse provinces. A satrap or governor collected taxes and kept order in each province. The emperor sent inspectors to make sure that his satraps conducted his people how he wanted. The Persians ran into a unique problem for the era. They had so much territory that they needed to develop a set monetary system. The Persians further developed the idea of coin money, which allowed merchants to set a fixed price on goods. It also allowed the Persian government to tax people for money instead of goods. This was more practical than transporting and trading large, heavy goods. This system was a precursor to modern money. Alexander of Macedonia pushed east and defeated the Persian Empire with his army in 334 BC. As previously mentioned, war spreads culture. A blend of Greek and Middle Eastern culture was formed called Hellenistic civilization. In the Hellenistic center of Alexandria, scholars performed research and experiments that are still widely accepted by today's scientists. By AD 115, the Roman Empire had taken control of much of the Middle East. It conducted widespread trade. New technology and ideas from Rome and the Middle East spread both ways. The Byzantine Empire was the eastern country formed when the Roman Empire split into two parts at around AD 330. The empire ruled many powerful countries including Greece, Asia Minor, Egypt, and the Eastern Fertile Crescent from their capital Constantinople. The empire ruled much of the Middle East for 1,000 years, and their civilization still affects today's culture. The Byzantines used war inventions including hand grenades and Greek fire.